Greetings, today I'm going to show Today I'm going to showcase you all of these section entities, what they are, and how they work. Sorry for the sudden technical difficulties. I had no idea who was screaming at the background. Surely none of the entities including me are doing something bad to either our victims or other entities. Anyways, back to the information. Okay, first up, here's some basics for those rooms you might come across. For lockers, they are labeled as L, and as for tables, they are labeled T. This is to let you know which hiding spots you have to hide at, and not get confused with what those two objects are, and why they are placed for. Okay, first entity, D4, a gold-colored entity that is just, well, minding her own business. She won't bother to kill anyone, although keep in mind, her ambience is loud. Well, not so loud it destroys your eardrums of course, but loud enough to suppress some of the entity's ambiences. We'll get to those later. And, oh, by the way, you don't know why I call D4 the she instead of it. Well, D4 is apparently one of my victims I killed, and she was reborn as that. She also has a name, just not to be, well, rude. Her name is Sally. How D4 works is just simple. She wanders around and make that loud ambience. That's all she does. She isn't gonna kill even a person, like those entities we'll talk about later, including me. And she's just relying on us to sneak up to them. Pretty lazy, isn't she? Okay, now we will get to the next entity, D15, an unsaturated orange green, or should I say, stupid and dumb rusher. And why is it stupid? Well, it has done some bad things. There are a lot of times it was killed, or it gets banned by either me, or E404. Anyways, his mechanic is just obvious by its name. It just rushes through, killing anyone on its path, and despawns. That's all. Now we get to the next entity, D40, a green, weird smile. Its mechanic as well, just rushes and then downs back to the beginning, but it has a sneaky tactic in its sleeves. We'll get to that later. The next entity is D82, a red, melty smile that is just, well, had no fame. It is the most forgotten entity. Why? Because it's just a mere interference. How does it works is that it spawns in the middle of the room and just moves back slowly, giving them 30 damage on its way and despawns some few rooms after. That's all it does. Now things will get spicy from here. D110, a mix of clashing multiple faces, red color, almost similar to that most iconic entity since 2020, A60. How that works is that it spawns 50 rooms away, then checks all the lockers and then rushes back to the beginning to despawn. Just a generic locker checker, nothing more. And then, this entity is just ironically easy. D130, a mint green, pointy smile, looks unsettling. She has a name too, like Sally. Her name is Daisy, another soul I trapped her into. How D130 works is like I said, ironically easy. She just rebounds about 2 to 3 times and despawns. That's all she really does. She could do better. Now moving on to the next entity, D150, a blue, poorly drawn Cyclops. What's crazy is that its existence is 9,999 years old. It is the oldest entity of every entity's existence ever. How D150 works is the following. See that red circle? This is marked I, where certain spawning locations is it going to spawn at. Anyways, it'll appear as a paper doodle at first, and then it comes out of the paper and proceeds to go backwards. But be careful, if you get out when it's still around, you'll have no time to react, because it will go ridiculously fast to catch them. That's how it works. Ugh, it's that dumb again. D170, a red menacing smile with bleeding eyes. Before I explain the extra info, how he works is that he spawns as a silhouette in a computer somewhere, similar to D150, but it's on different spots, and then it busts out of the screen and then starts checking tables, and then despawns back to the computer. That's how it works. Here it goes. D170 is also a soul that I trapped him into. His name is Billory. And do you know how many horrendous things he did? Firstly, he was a goddamn bully. Bullying enemies like D4, 15, A15, and many more. He also tried to steal my admin tools to abuse it for his own will. He also being a big jerk, having to join with other jerks to do horrendous things to everyone. He also let his experiments slowly away, causing a big mess in our hallways, and you know that was worst because I'm the baby and I'm not the only one to clean this whole place up. And one more thing, he said, oh God, look, I just can't continue further. I'm very tired of it, and maybe it's the time to have a break for me. Don't worry. There will be a part 2 of this showcase. Hope you know what those entities are, and how they work so far. And I'll see you soon, and Merry Christmas.